Dan here again from bedroomstylereviews.com, and today I've got for you a review of these LilySilk fitted sheet and pillowcases. So a bit different from what you're normally used to. I've got two mattresses that I'm currently testing. If you want to know what those are, then hit the subscribe button and you'll get notified as soon as they're out. So I thought I'd do something just to mix it up a bit. And now I've never slept in silk bed sheets before. So if you haven't either, then you should probably stick around, because you might be surprised at why sleeping silk bed sheets is actually a good idea. There's also a couple of things you need to watch out for as well. So in this video, I'm going to run you through the specs. I'm going to then talk you through the pros and the cons. I'm going to talk about my experience sleeping in these sheets and who I think should and shouldn't purchase these sheets. So first of all, just going to actually show you the fitted sheet and the pillowcases. Now, LilySilk do actually do other bedding items, so duvet covers. I didn't get my hands on one of those, so it's just a fitted sheet and the pillowcases, which you do need to buy separately. And if you do want to purchase these, the links are in the description below on YouTube. If you click those and go through, you'll see any discounts are currently available. But if you do want to learn more about these bedding items, then click the link in the description below that takes you through to the full written review on bedroomstylereviews.com. First things first, I want to actually show you the sheets and the pillowcases and talk you through the specs and help you understand what these specs actually mean for you. So, as you can see here, we've got the fitted sheet and then we've got the pillowcases here. I'm just unzip this, it does zip up like you can see on the other one there. So these are 100% mulberry silk. So that means that this silk comes from the silkworm, and it contains a cercin protein, which, as I'll explain in more detail in later sections, it does have anti-aging properties, and it can help with hydration, which is excellent for your skin. Also, it's a 400 thread count, so not too high, not too low. I don't think they've fabricated the thread count like a lot of manufacturers do. They artificially inflate the thread count to make it sound better. There's none of that going on here. So in the case of the pillowcases and the fitted sheet, these are both 19 Momme. So Momme is just the weight of the silk. Generally speaking, between 19 and 25 is ideal for silk bedding. You don't want it too high or too low, because you want a nice balance between the weight and the quality. So like I just said, there is a zipper on these here, so that's useful. Helps keep the pillow inside there. Now, if we take a look at the label, you can see that these are standard 100 certified, so that means that there's no harmful chemicals in these there, and that helps contribute to the hypoallergenic qualities, which means that it won't irritate your skin. Now, silk gets a bad rap in terms of maintenance because it is not notoriously difficult to clean. However, if we look at the label here, we can see that the cleaning, you don't have to only dry clean it. You can hand wash it, and you can even machine wash it in cold water on a gentle cycle. But they do recommend that you use special detergent for silk. So this is actually better than some of the other silk products I've seen where you have to just dry clean them. Avoid bleach, don't tumble dry, but you can cold iron, because as you can see here, I've not actually ironed these, and there is a bit of creasing going on. So the properties that I've just described there apply to the pillowcase, but for the fitted sheet, it's the same qualities, but this depth here is 16 inches, so these are extra deep pocket fitted sheets. So this is the Puffy Lux hybrid mattress I've got under there, that's 12 inches thick, and it easily fits under here, so that will accommodate just about any mattress that you like. All right, so what are the pros and cons of sleeping in silk bed sheets, and more specifically these LilySilk fitted sheet and pillowcases? Well, the biggest pro is actually that these are made from 100% mulberry silk. So that means several things. So the first one is that the sheets feel very, very soft. This is beneficial if you've got sensitive skin like me, or dry skin, because if you are familiar with sleeping on cotton sheets, you'll know that after a while those sheets can feel abrasive and they can make your skin drier and more irritable. But when I slept in these, because it's so soft and smooth, I didn't experience that same level of abrasion, and my skin didn't feel as dry. Now also, there is inside the silk, there's something called a cercin protein, okay? So this comes from the moths that actually spin the silk. And because this is left in, it actually gives the sheet anti-aging properties. Now this may sound ridiculous, and to be honest I had to do quite a lot of research to ensure that This wasn't just made up bro science. And it's actually true. The protein in here can actually help with hydration of the skin, so it actually helps your skin retain moisture rather than lose it, and that's the knock-on effect that can potentially help you to slow the formation of wrinkles and fine lines. If you ever slept dehydrated on a rough coarse pillow or bedsheet set, then you may have woken up with lines on your face regardless of your age. So that's definitely an advantage if you're an age-conscious sleeper or you simply want to look after your skin. And those same benefits do extend to your hair as well. So it'll be less abrasive on your hair. So if you've got split ends or a dry, frizzy hair, I mean mine's pretty dry, then sleeping on these can help. Now also, this is a 400 thread count. Now some manufacturers will artificially inflate the thread count to make it appear that it's higher quality. A higher thread count doesn't always mean that it's higher quality, because there's more to it than that. It's how the sheets are put together, the quality of the materials. This is 400 thread count though, and that is more than sufficient, and it does give this these sheets a strong property. So I can, when I actually pull on them, I can feel straight away that they're more durable than the cotton sheets that I have been sleeping in. So also, another property of the silk is that they can actually help to cool you down and warm you up as well. So these are true temperature regulating sheets. So this contrasts with, say, if you've ever slept in a satin, like a synthetic bed sheet, which tends to warm you up and it can make you feel quite hot and sticky. That doesn't happen with the 100% mulberry silk that's found in these LilySilk sheets, because it does help to cool you down, but the material is also very breathable as well. So when I actually got into this at first, got into bed, it felt very cold. It felt quite odd. But then after a couple of minutes, I actually started to warm up. So the silk started to do its job, and I found that I was actually sleeping at a very comfortable temperature. So there's actually dual temperature regulating properties here that can help to warm you up or cool you down, depending on your body temperature and the ambient temperature as well. So that's really useful if you're like me and you tend to sleep hot. So also this, with it being 100% mulberry silk, there is a degree of hypoallergenic properties to it, which basically means that there's very little chance of you actually experiencing an allergic reaction when you get on these sheets. And like you've seen in the previous section, there is a 100 standard, which means that there's no harmful chemicals. So if you do have allergies, things like, I mean, I've got a dust mite allergy, I've got hay fever, sensitive skin, none of these things cause me any problems when I'm sleeping in these sheets. Now lastly, silk bed sheets are known for being a bit more on the expensive side, and I've actually looked at a lot of these different types of sheets when I've been compiling the list for the main website, and I would say that the LilySilk sheets are relatively well priced. So yes, they are more expensive than, say, some cotton sheets and some cheap ones, but relative to what you're actually getting, it's actually very well priced. So cons wise, the things that you do need to kind of look out for is that the main thing is that it's very slippy. It's like a very slippy feeling when you get into this. I'll just show you that. You can see that the pillow moves around very easily. So if this was cotton on cotton, then there'd be more friction and resistance. But with the silk, it does tend to glide over. So this is more of a consideration rather than a negative, because on the one hand, it can be quite odd to have your pillow moving around. It can actually be beneficial. So if you have trouble moving around in bed, so if you've got a limited range of movement, or if you are a restless combination sleeper that needs to switch positions often, then having this slippier surface can actually aid you in changing positions. So I did find it easy to switch from one position to another. So I've actually paired this with the Puffy Lux hybrid mattress. So if you've seen that review, you'll know that whilst it is fairly good for combination sleepers, it does have a memory foam top. As you can see, I'm pushing into it there, so it does have a lot of give, and that can actually increase transition time between positions. But having these silk sheets on top actually help to offset that. So by pairing these two together, I get the benefit of the pressure relief from the memory foam, but also the mobility conferred by the sheets themselves. So like I said, it's more of a 50-50. It's not a pro or a con really. You just need to be aware that it's a very different feel to when you get into a pair of some cotton sheets or pillowcase. Now if you are bothered about the pillows moving around, what you can do is just have say the silk pillowcases, but then on top of a cotton cover, so that will give you some friction there so that things aren't slipping around. And you can do that the other way around. You could have like the silk fitted sheet and the cotton on the pillowcase. It just depends on the combination that you want to go for. So I just want to round things off here by clearly stating who I think can directly benefit from buying these LilySilk sheets. So if you're an age-conscious sleeper, so you're worried about fine lines, wrinkles, then these are going to be a really good investment for you because, like I said earlier, the 100% mulberry silk means that there's certain proteins in here which are going to help with skin hydration. And that also has a knock-on effect to if you do have dry skin, then this again is going to be a really good choice because it's very soft. And if you've got things like eczema, then you're not going to experience that same level of abrasion that you will tend to experience in more scratchy cotton sheets. Also, if you are a warmer sleeper or even a cooler sleeper, then the silk here can help to regulate your temperature. So I'm not saying that they are warming or cooling sheets. They tend to have both properties because, like I said before, these sheets can be breathable, but they can also help to retain heat as well, so that really you'll find an ideal temperature. Also, if you are a combination sleeper, so that means you tend to switch positions often during the night, then these the slippier feel can help you to switch positions more fluidly, and this is especially useful if you've got a memory foam mattress, which tends to dampen movements and actually make it harder to move between different positions. So putting a fitted sheet on top like this one can actually help with that. Beyond that, I would say that these sheets are a good choice if you just simply want to change things up and you want to sleep in a more luxurious set of sheets. So you're tired of the old scratchy cotton sheets and you want something a bit smoother and a bit nicer to sleep in. So you can just buy the fitted sheet, or you can just buy the pillowcases, and LilySilk do have duvet covers and other accessories as well. So if you want to check those out, then the links are in the description below, and there is a more detailed written review in the description on YouTube. If you want to click that, and you'll go through to bedroom style reviews. So that's it for this review. Like I said, there's 2 more reviews coming up soon. I've got 2 mattresses for you, so if you want to find out what those are, hit the subscribe button and the bell, and I will talk to you soon.